Good evening, everybody. Happy Wednesday. I'm Mary Knabe of stampinpeace.com in Westerville, Ohio, and I look forward to sharing a couple of fun, easy to make cards. They're simple yet quite elegant and can be used for many different occasions. But before I show you or demonstrate tonight's cards with you, I do want to let you know that I just released my newest class to go. This class to go features a wide assortment of products that are included in the class fee of $65. In that fee, you will make 8 different cards. They're all fun fold cards. You'll make 2 of each design, and one of them is even a gift card holder. In addition to the cardstock and envelopes and items you need for making those 8 cards, you'll also receive the Happy Thoughts stamp set, which is valued at $21. You'll get a full pack of the Fine Art Floral Designer Series paper. You'll get a bolt of the Fine Art ribbon, a package of gilded gems, and a package of dimensionals. So all that together is valued at $51. Plus, you get the envelopes and pre-cut cardstock for your 8 cards. In addition to that, you get to choose one level 1 celebration item with the purchase of your Happy Thoughts with Fine Art Gallery DSP card class to go. So it's a wonderful value. I had great fun designing the 4 different fun fold cards that you will make in that class. I have sent out an email for that today. If you are not receiving my newsletters, please message me your full name and email address, and I will add you to that. You can also subscribe to my newsletter by going to my blog, www.stampinpeace.com, and subscribe to my newsletters there. Tomorrow there will be a post featuring this newest class to go. And if you're still in search of that information, just message me and I will get it right to you. But I'll just quickly show you the 4 fun fold cards. This one has a little corner pocket. I don't know how well you can see it. It's got a little corner pocket to hold the front flap. This one, I'm using the stitched nested dies for that fun fold. I've got a photo album fold. And then I also have a wonderful fun fold gift card holder. So those are the cards you will make in the class. Again, it will be 2 cards of each design. So wonderful value, wonderful fun fold cards, and awesome products included with that class. Today, I'm going to be featuring products from the Sand and Sea Suite. That's a lot of S's, isn't it? Sand and Sea Suite in our mini catalog, and that's on pages 40, 41, and 42 of our mini catalog. So who's ready to make some cards with me? Let me flip my camera around and we will get started. This will take a few seconds, so bear with me as I make my necessary changes here. Oops, I think I've got one more to flip. There we go. Okay, as I said, I'm featuring the Sand and Sea Suite. Because I love designer series papers so much, I want to show you the paper that's in this suite. However, I won't be using it directly. Okay, Beth, that card class is a class to go. You will order it. I make up the kits and the packets with all the supplies, and I ship it to you, and you will be sent a PDF tutorial by email to complete that class at your leisure. Okay. Alrighty, so here is the beautiful paper from the Sand and Sea Suite. There's awesome patterns, fun watercolor and blending of colors, as well as the sea images. Some fun starfish. These look like jellyfish to me. That looks like water spraying. Beautiful shells. And then some more watercolor. But I just wanted to show you that because it's so gorgeous. I did have an opportunity to play with these products over the weekend. I'm not showing you just what I made over the weekend with that set of DSP, but I will be showing you something else. There's also these fabulous coordinating stickers. The stamp set is Friends Are Like Seashells, and some just awesome sentiments that you could use to send cards to your friends. There are coordinating dies, and there is a coordinating 3D embossing folder called Seashells as well. And tonight I'm going to be working with these 3 products from the suite. And there is something very unique about these products and how they all work together. Okay. And typically when we stamp, I'm sure you've been told, you stamp and then punch, you stamp and then die cut. Today we're going to be doing the reverse of that. We're going to be die cutting first. Bring my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine in here. Now, I'm not using the Sand and Sea Designer Series paper. However, I am using this beautiful Pearlescent specialty paper that is also part of that same suite. And with that, I'll be using the Sahara Sand foil sheet, which is part of the Love You Always foil pack, also in the mini catalog. And then our card base will be made with Sahara Sand. So it's a pretty monochromatic card that I'll be making, but it's going to be stunning, I promise you. So the first thing I'm going to do is, I need to move this around a little bit so you can see better. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is cut out the pearlescent paper with this one large die, okay? And this pearlescent paper, I've actually cut that paper to the very same size as a card front. So it is 5.5 by 4.25. Look at how nicely that cuts out. And it does look rather plain, but wait till you see what we do with this. So all I did was cut that piece of pearlescent paper with this one large die. Now the next thing I'm going to do, trying to see where I am in the screen here. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is stamp directly on here. There are several stamps in this set. Some of them match up with the dies and with my embossing folder, and others do not. They are just add-ons. You can also see there's some two-step stamping in here. Lots of wonderful sentiments. But I'm going to stamp this large seashell, and I have no idea of the names of these. But I'm just going to stamp over that pearlescent paper with the, what did I say I'm using? Sahara Sand ink. I'm going to do the same thing with this one. Now, normally I would tell you to have your Stampin' Pierce mat out. I have a new mat that I bought for doing Facebook Lives, and it does have just that little bit of cushion I need when I'm working with my photopolymer stamps. So I don't need to pull in that other piece. It's one less thing I have to worry about when I'm doing Facebook Lives with you. And then there's a couple smaller shells as well. And I'm just going around trying to match them up. It does not have to be perfect. There will be plenty of room, plenty of border around each of the shells. So don't try to feel like you have to make it perfect. Now, I'm not sure how well you can see this, but the ink on here on this, whoops, just put my finger in the ink pad. The ink on this pearlescent paper is rather glossy looking right now, which tells me it's still wet. Working with ink on this glossy pearlescent paper, I shouldn't say glossy, it's just pearlescent, but it's got that real fine, smooth finish. So I want to either leave this overnight, which who wants to do that? I want to finish the project. So I'm going to heat set the ink with my heat tool. So this merely is to speed up the drying time so you can continue working on your card or other project. Notice too that the pearlescent paper is pearlized on both sides. I love that. It's pearlized on both sides. There's not a front or a back. You can use both sides the same way. And as I'm looking at this, I can see that the ink is drying. And I know that it is because it doesn't look so wet. It doesn't look so glossy like it first did, okay? Now, and again, this is something we don't normally do, but now that I've die cut this and stamped it, I'm going to put it into my embossing folder. And as I do this, I'm just matching up the shapes of the shells and the seaweed and everything. Can you see that? It literally fits right in. It's really easy to do. So then I'm going to bring my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine back in. Since I am using a 3D folder, I simply need plate 1 and plate 4. I'm putting this between plate 1 and plate 4 for a 3D embossing folder. Okay, now look at it. Is that not gorgeous or what? It even put in all the embossed lines in the shells as well as the veins of some of that seaweed. Isn't that awesome? and you can see from the back it's also beautiful. But now watch what I'm going to do with it to dress it up even more. I told you I would be making a simple yet very elegant card. So I have a Sahara Sand card base. This measures 5.5 by 8.5 inches, scored at 4 1/4. So it is standard size. Then I'm going to add a piece of that Sahara Sand foil, which is from the Love You Always foil sheets, also in the mini catalog. These foil sheets, it's the foil sheets, Love You Always foil sheets, come in 3 colors in one pack: Sahara Sand, Blushing Bride, and Rococo Rose. They are all gorgeous. And yes, I played with those this weekend too. I had my my January Creative Escape weekend in Cincinnati. It went very well. I had 42 people registered, 41 people registered. And of course we were able to do social distancing and all the necessary changes to make it a good, safe weekend for all of us. We had loads of fun. I always feel like these are sort of like a reunion to me, because I get to see many people that I might not, especially with pandemic going on, that I might not see much otherwise. And I always have terrific make and takes for them. We do a charity raffle. The 40 of us, 41 of us, raised funds. We just had a simple raffle, I should say, and we raised over $1,200 for Feeding America. So I think that's outstanding, and that's been the charity raffles have become a tradition as part of my Creative Escape weekends. So there you go, a fancy yet very simple and elegant card. And when you think about it, there's 3 layers, 1, 2, 3 pieces, 3 different pieces of paper, kinds of paper. And on that pearlescent paper, I die cut, then I stamped, and then I embossed it. So this is a really unique set of 3 products because of the way you can mix them and match them. Let me show you 2 other cards I made this weekend that are also very simple and elegant and use the same color scheme. Here's the first one. All I did was emboss the pearlescent paper with that Seashells 3D embossing folder, and then I mounted it onto Sahara Sand cardstock and put a white base on the inside. Now there are loads of great stamp set or sentiments in here. So I think I'm going to add one to the inside of this card right now. And this one says, "Friends are like seashells. You collect them along the way." I'm going to stamp this with Sahara Sand. And what a wonderful card to send to a friend. Simply made, but very elegant. Okay. And here is the other one I made. You can see it's very much like this one that I just made for you. However, it skipped the stamping part of the card. So on this one, I just die cut and then put that die cut pearlescent paper into the 3D embossing folder. No stamping involved on either one of these. Embossing, die cut, and embossing. And the last one I did die cutting, stamping, and then the embossing folder. So there are 3 quick and easy cards, very elegant, can be used for lots of different occasions. I even thought these are so pretty and so elegant that they could be used for somebody having a beach wedding. Wouldn't that be awesome? Okay, who would like to win a card tonight? I see lots of you on here. I would love it if you would comment telling me what you think of the cards as well as what you think of these products that I've used. And then also, if you would be so kind as to share this video or this live, I would appreciate it very much. So I'm going to give away this card. I hope that I have inspired you to create something similar with your Friends Are Like Seashells bundle, the stamp set, and that large die that coordinates with it, as well as the Seashells embossing folder. Remember, on this one, the trick is to do the die cutting first. If you want these wonderful impressions and the beautiful stamping detail, do the die cut, do the stamping, and then run it through the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine with the 3D folder. Joan, I love that saying too. This might be hard for some of you to see, so let me just quickly read what the other sentiments are in here. Happy birthday to my beautiful friend. I'm so happy I found you. Oh, wouldn't that be great for an engagement or an anniversary? Wishing you the very best. You are unique and completely amazing. Love you to the beach and back. That's a fun one, isn't it? For you, thank you, and then the one I just stamped. Friends are like seashells, you collect them along the way. And if you're like me, living in the Midwest and had a kind of gray day, this certainly makes us dream of warmer, sunnier days at the beach, doesn't it? Okay, that's all I have for you this evening. I will be on my Stampin' Peace VIP group at 2 p.m. this Friday. That's 2 p.m. Eastern Time this Friday. If you did not see my Facebook post on, let's see, yesterday, I guess, or was it late Monday? I think it was yesterday. I had been off Facebook and social media for 4 days because I was hosting my Creative Escape weekend. So therefore, that's why you didn't see me on Friday or Monday's Facebook. But I'm back and I'm working hard and creating lots of fun things to show you in future Facebook Lives and blog posts, and also creating some wonderful classes to go. I hope you have an enjoyable evening. Thanks for spending part of your day with me. I do appreciate it, and I look forward to stamping with you more.